Hey y'all, 95 Fathoms here, and I am back with another black DTQ hunt and another intro recorded long past the point of finding the shiny. This hunt was for Trubbish, which I love in addition to Garbodor, and I don't get the hate for them or why there's a trash bag Pokemon was like the #1 thing you heard people say about Gen 5 when it first came out to, no pun intended, trash it. But I digress. As I've explained in other videos, since Solosis and Trubbish are both on this route, I was hunting for them simultaneously, and so there are arguably two other quote-unquote phases for Trubbish not in this video, one of which I don't have video for at all, and the other being my Solosis. But I consider it more that I phased for Solosis, and then I started with phase 1 for Trubbish here. So for the first phase, I was just double hunting Trubbish in the double grass here on Route 5. No matter how many times I say that it's Route 6 in my videos, it is Route 5, because for some reason I apparently could not keep the route number straight. Once I had gotten my Venipede in my black versions, I added on the 3 black versions and moved to 5 times hunting and set up a level 24 repel trick to boost Trubbish's encounter rate from a 20% to a 33% approximately encounter rate. And I will throw the encounter table on screen here so you can see what that looks like. But with all of that established, I will get into the videos here, and I hope you enjoy. I am back to my Gen 5 hunts, and I am here with another shiny, as you can see, shiny Minccino. It's hunting for Trubbish. This is, well, phase 1, I guess, for Trubbish, because Solosis was the first target on my white versions. This wasn't what I was hunting for, but, you know, it's a cool shiny, so I'm not upset, and it's only 1,735 encounters, and this is the same game I got Solosis on. So that's kind of, I mean, I'm surprised. And just yesterday I got my shiny Eevee that only took 200 Eevee seen to get. So my shiny luck is just crazy right now, apparently. But yeah, I mean, let's start catching this thing. But I feel like I was really bitter about, well, I mean, I was really bitter about my Tranquil phases, and I was even kind of disappointed when I got my Lipard, which I didn't record that one, but I was really disappointed for some reason, and I'm not entirely sure why. But I was watching Sonic's stream today, and everyone on the stream, and Sonic himself, they were all talking about how much, how many great shinies Gen 5 has, and you know, I've thought about how cool it would be to get like one of every single Pokemon in the shiny line. I mean, one of every single line shiny. You know, so not a living dex, but just get every single line in 5th gen shiny, just because there's so many good shinies, and 5th gen is just by far my favorite. Will I ever do that? Unlikely, because I would hunt it full odds, and that's a tall order. But point is, I'm excited to get Minccino just because, you know, it's another cool shiny. I don't know that I'll evolve it into Cinccino, just because Minccino's shiny is just so much better. But it's funny, I mean, I was hunting on my 5 games, and this DS is the farthest to the left. So, you know, it's a little, you know, and when you get that distance from a screen, you get kind of that tint. So for a second, I thought I was just, you know, it just looked darker because of the screen, and then suddenly sparkles, and it's a shiny Minccino. Anyway, let's try to catch this now. I think it's weekend enough. It's asleep. What kind of ball do I want to use? Luxury Ball, Premier Ball. I'm gonna try Luxury Ball and see if that works. Two, 3. Yes! Caught it. So I did decide something after my last phase. I realized, you know what, I don't think I have a good nickname for this, unfortunately. No, I'll nickname it later, because I don't have one off the top of my head, and it usually takes me a really long time to come up with nicknames, but, Okay, I'm gonna nature guess bold. It is naughty. And let's pick up the DS so you can see it. Not that you didn't already just see it in battle, but... Oh, and actually I should save. This game, I should check actually. Yeah, this game is still the only game that has not gotten Pokerus. So I got, Pokerus 4 times while working on Solosis. But this one still hasn't quite gotten it yet. I technically could double up on the other games and I wouldn't know it because I'm not going through the trouble to grind a second Watchdog for Illuminate and Hypnosis and everything just so I can have one that doesn't have Pokerus already cured on it. So 2 regular Minccino. I didn't change the order of my Pokemon. Yep, there we go. Okay. And we have a regular Minccino. And shiny Minccino. Alright, so what I guess I started to say this. I'm gonna, it's just easier to be able to do a count of one hunt as opposed to doing a count for Trubbish and a count for Venipede separately, because I am still hunting for Venipede on my 3 black versions. I'm at 8,259 for that, so I just broke odds on that. But it's just a lot easier to do one count at a time, and since I don't have to worry about the version-exclusive Solosis anymore, it just makes more sense. So it occurred to me after I started both of these phases that it would be better to just, get everything on the same hunt, but I kind of I like to keep my hunts, my phases, I like to hunt on the same games throughout a phase if I can, just so I can really easily do the math of okay, so this game has done this many encounters. So now that I've gotten a phase on this game, on this hunt, the count is going to reset, and I'm just going to focus on Venipede for the time being until I get another phase there. And then once I get the phase there, I'll decide who I want to go all in on right now at a time. But anyway, excited phase 1 for Trubbish, and we'll see what I get next. So here I am, back to my Trubbish hunt, and as you can see before me, I have an encounter with a regular Trubbish and a shiny Trubbish. This is my first phase back to Trubbish since I got my Venipede. This is 15,928 encounters. Honestly, I went into this phase having gotten my Venipede at 542 encounters. I was saying to myself, once I get to double odds, I'm basically gonna consider that full odds at this point because, just too lucky on the last phase. So this is below that. I was definitely thinking I was gonna go at least 2 double odds, but I can't express how excited I am. So I decided to do a repel trick. You can do a level 24 repel trick here. So it was kind of a pain to do, and I had started testing it out, and the encounters were pretty much just as fast. And I was like, okay, because I've done repel tricks before that had such slow encounter rates. So I was like, oh, well, if the speed isn't even that much slower, despite what the encounter calculator said, I think it was 60% or something like that, maybe lower. But I realized as I started doing the encounters that you actually, you can get fewer double encounters when doing that. Which makes sense, but I just had not thought about that. I figured it would just take longer to get into an encounter. Anyway, I am babbling, but so that's the setup of this hunt. The reason I did the repel trick, I normally wouldn't have, but I've just been hunting Venipede and or Trubbish for so long, because I started the hunts at the same time. Well, technically I started hunting Solosis, but I've just been on these routes, Lostthorn Forest and Route 6. I think it's either Route 5 or Route 6. I don't know why I keep forgetting which route this is. It's the one immediately to the left of Nimbasa. But I've just been here for so long, and I'm just so ready. So even though I have more than enough time now to get up to the point of getting getting to where Golett is for Halloween, because it's September 6th right now, so I've got almost a month still. It was exactly a week ago today that I got my Venipede. I was so ready to be done with these hunts, to just move to a different area. This is, by the way, on my original black cartridge, which is where I'm doing my Dream Team file. So that's cool. Less cool is that my secondary white version still has not found a single shiny. At all. But that's okay. I'm not in a position to be complaining right now. So let me make sure I'm hypnosising that one. I obviously have a second Watchog here, as you can see, for the repel trick. Okay, I'm on the right. And why did I name it all of the different symbols for card suits? It's a great question. I'm excited that I got it in this encounter. It seems so rare that you get, oh, please don't kill the second Watchog. Oh, actually, that's my high-leveled Watchog. It's so cool to get a shiny in a double encounter with a normal Pokemon of that kind. That is so cool to me. So I'm really excited about that. That's cool to see. For a second, I was thinking I might have been Shinoing, because you would think with a blue shiny you maybe wouldn't Shino that much, but it's, they're both such, like, a deep green and a deep blue, that it actually is relatively easy to Shino on it. Oh, but this is so exciting to see. And then on my black versions, the two other black versions that aren't the Dream Team file, I started on Venipede. So I've been in there for a while, and then once I got Victini, I moved forward and went to Lostlorn to also hunt Trubbish Caught, to also hunt Venipede. So, and then, 3 targets between these two routes, which are basically in the same place, because you don't have to bypass Nimbasa. You don't have to beat the gym in order to get... I don't know what I'm going to nickname him yet, so we're just gonna save. I've just been here a while, and I don't regret the targets that I picked, but it really does give a different feeling to a Dream Team when you're just not advancing in the actual game, when you're not able to use... I've gotten so many shinies now that I haven't done anything with, because I've still been in the same place hunting. So, now I've got to advance up to Dragon Spiral Tower, and I'm going to actually get to use these shinies, get to see them evolve. I'm really excited about that. So, yeah, I'm thoroughly happy here. I forgot to do nature guess. I forgot that the nature appears on the screen. It's Naughty, which is, that's plus attack, minus... special defense? I don't actually remember what Trubbish's general stats are, what it's good at, and everything. So... I feel like Trubbish is pretty defensive, but I could be wrong. That looks like it's a pretty decent stat layout, but that may be bad for it. Not that I really care, just observing. So let's... we're gonna, I guess, dump my very helpful Patrat Watchog that's been helping me with my repel trick. And there's Flop the Basculin that I used to get up to Lostlorn Forest. Shout out again to Gen 5 for the way HMs work and not walling you behind badges. And we're gonna go back to Route 5. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I was worried I was going to phase on basically anything else. Gothita is the only thing I don't have on this route because I hadn't previously been hunting. I guess this is phase... Well, technically it's only phase 2 for Trubbish because I did 2... No, I did 1 phase for Solosis and then 1 phase... I did 2 phases for Solosis. I got it on the second phase. And then it was the same thing for Trubbish, but I've gotten 4 shinies on this route. So Gothita is the only one I haven't gotten because I haven't hunted in my black versions on this route yet. I don't really like that line or the shinies, so I'm fine not getting one. But on the other hand, it would have been the better options. And Liepard was the other one that was as likely as Trubbish, so I did not really want another one because I already got one, and just not what I want. So, regular Gothita, shiny Trubbish. Did I save? I don't remember if I saved. I should do that. But I'm gonna nickname this guy. I'm gonna start playing through these games. I don't know if I'm gonna record the evolutions of all of my Pokemon. I didn't record my Roggenrola evolving into Boulder because I wasn't recording any videos back when I got to that point. But we'll see what I end up feeling like. I feel like there are enough videos of these Pokemon shiny and evolving on YouTube that you don't really need mine. But I may record it just for the heck of it. But thanks for watching. My Black Dream Team is really on its way. Only got one target left before the Elite Four, and then after that I've got my crowning achievement post-game. So it's really coming along. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next shiny.